Good morning. Hi, it's me, Tess Dow. And if you are watching me, my one fan, which is probably me, just me too. But anyways, it's Sunday. It's morning. It's one of my favorite day. It's actually my number one. It's my favorite day of the week because I can sleep in and I can stay in my pajama like I am right now. I'm still in my pajama and it's 9 o'clock in the morning and I'm drinking my coffee. So uh, yeah. So Sunday I like it. You know why? Because it's very quiet. You can't hear anything at all. The neighbor is still asleep. I don't see nobody's still vacuuming or any no cars are coming out of the garages. Um, the only thing I can hear is my refrigerator because I'm in the family room and I'm drinking my coffee. And the only reason I'm already awake is because I am going out today. I'm meeting my girlfriend, Monique. She's been my girlfriend for about over I don't know since 1998 I guess when we met at the college at the Sheridan College. So yes, I'm going to meet her today. We're gonna go out and just have some brunch and see some movies. And the movie that we're planning to see is What Men Wants. So anyways, let me just drink my coffee. It's not Tim Hortons. And this coffee mug actually is from Monique. She gave this to me at one point. I just don't know when, but it is my favorite cup. If I have to go somewhere and live somewhere else, I think I'm gonna take this with me. And Tim Hortons is it's not an ad, but it's a product from Canada. And yes, I live in Canada. Canada. So um, last night I'm thinking when I went to bed, and I'm thinking about if I'm gonna do blogging, what am I going to blog about? So and why am I blogging? And what would you want to know when I blog? There's so much actually. There's a lot of topics that I can talk about, but it's mostly about me. And I don't know if there are anybody there who wants to know about me and my life, but I think you know that for those people that knows me that I'm an adventurer, very adventurous. At my age, I'm 55 years old and I am a mother of two boys. One is 24 years old and one is 16 years old, and my 16-year old is the one that's grounding me. That's why I'm here at home. Otherwise I would be traveling somewhere. I would be exploring. Yeah, so yeah, I'm that type of person who loves to do stuff, who travel, who venture out, who would who would trek the Inca Trail to Machu Picchu and trek the to Everest Base Camp. Yeah, at the age of over 50. When I did all these things, I'm already over 50 when I started doing a this adventurous travel. And you know why? The reason why I'm doing it is because I'm already over 50 and I haven't done any of those things that I wanted to do since I was young. I was so busy. I want to travel. I've been traveling every year, but mostly vacations that are safe to bring your children and things like that. And I was married at the time too, so it's more like a family travel. But it wasn't until 2012 that I finally decided I'm going to do it. I'm going to travel. I drove around Iceland in an SUV. It's a rented second-hand SUV. It's a prep for going solo if I go to South America. And then after that, I traveled, I did the Inca Trail to Machu Picchu. It's a 3 days trek. It's really, really quite high. It sets the tone of, it made me realize what an high altitude is, although I made a lot of research. I'm going to talk to you about how I did all research and why, because traveling is my passion, and researching and looking for things that are very interesting to go to, that people go to too. And I know that, but I'm also a traveler on a budget. I don't splurge. So I only travel if I have the money, and if I have enough money, that's where I do all the budgeting around that money. And I can tell you, I can talk about that some other time too, because I'm planning to do a lot of series like this. And then there's also the traveling light. It's been my obsession for the longest time since I was traveling, and how to travel light. And one of my ambition or passion or dream is that just go with just one light bags. You know, I wish I could do that. I haven't done that, but I do travel light nowadays. Just a carry on, especially when airlines are charging so much with your luggage. And it's because of my trip to Machu Picchu that taught me how to travel light, because I was forced. I can only carry a certain amount of luggage and amount of weight actually to while I walk, and I realized, yeah, you can actually travel just with these things, and I don't have to carry so much that I end up not using anyway. So every time I travel, I take note. I have a notebook where I write. So what's the things that I remember or whatnot, or things that I should and shouldn't do or carry or not carry on that trip. Look, I always have a note like that, and I keep track of my budget too. So I always carry that little notepad or a notebook with me. So, anyways, back to why I am blogging is I'm gonna be starting to talk about my life to you, because you is actually me when I turned 80, and when the time comes that I don't remember most of those things that's happening, then I will talk about it and tell you of all the things that you did in your life. Well, I'm talking to myself now in the future. So, yes, that's what I'm thinking about my series. And the reason I thought about that is because I have this kind of bulb, like about, I think 5 years ago, that I said I'm gonna write a book about me. Although I'm a Canadian, I'm also a Filipino. That's my background, and I have a lot of memories when I was growing up. And that my children actually doesn't know much about the Philippines. They've only been there once in their lifetime, and they don't know about my life in the Philippines, how I grew up, my roots. So that's why I decided I'm gonna write a book about me, so that I could pass on that books, one each, so there's two books, and then they can pass it on to their kids and maybe their children and children's children. So it's more like a legacy, because it's very important that, especially the Philippines, who have no records whatsoever when it comes to history, not like the one in England where they can, you know, have a record of their roots and their, or the Chinese and the dynasty and all that. But Philippines, I don't think we have that at all. So I can't even trace my roots. Even though now, we in our family, my father's side are doing a family reunion, and we're discovering the roots. We don't have any record anywhere else or any photos and stuff like that. So I don't want my children not to know their roots, even if it's just for a little bit. So, and I wanted to start from me. And so that's what I'm going to be doing, writing about that. And I'm also going to be telling, so instead of just writing it, I'm also going to be telling you, because you would not remember all the things that you did in the past. And I'm talking about you, actually, I'm talking about me. This is Tess, okay? So if you happen to be listening to this voice recording or video recording, I'm sorry. Um, yeah. So if I say you, that means it's actually referring to me in the future. So stay tuned. It's already over past 10 minutes, and I haven't decided how many minutes I'm supposed to talk when I'm blogging or when I create a video. I don't want it to be so long. So, yeah, since I'm only starting now, I haven't really decided how to talk yet. Like, so I have to time it. Like, how long should I be talking, and what topic I should be telling. And yeah, it's all in the making. It's all in my head, and I'm gonna be planning about that one. So stay tuned and enjoy your coffee on a Sunday morning. Goodbye. See you tomorrow. Bye.